Hello, thanks for joining us for another Getting Started with G Suite and Google Classroom on Glow. In this session, what I'd like to do is just look at some of the other assignment types that are available in Classwork. So we're going to start by going up to Classwork, and if we go to Create, we already have a video on creating assignments and all the different options that are available in there. So if you want to have a look at those, check out that assignments video. For this one, what I'd like to show then is if I create a quiz assignment. What you'll notice here is the difference straight away from that ordinary assignment is it creates a Google form quiz automatically for me. So as soon as I create the assignment, it's already attached a quiz. Now I could create an assignment and attach a quiz using forms, but it's obviously just a wee bit of speeding that process up for you. So I could make a form about the Romans. I could have my instructions here. I might want to again add links to external websites, for example, or YouTube clips that I want my learners to watch. So I can flip that learner, I can give them the instruction, the tutorial, and then they can go and watch that information, read that information, and then answer something on the quiz. The options you see here again are the same as they were in the last assignments video, where I can set it to dates, topics, etc. So I'm not going to cover that just now. Important things to look here, I can lock this on Chromebooks. So if my learners are using Chromebooks, when they access this quiz, it will, you can see here, it stops them from opening up other tabs and applications. So if you wanted to use this for an assessment, when it's done on a Chromebook, then it stops them opening up other quizzes, so they couldn't go look for reference materials. We've also got this grade importing here, which will overwrite, it allows to overwrite this scoring here and the points and the rubric. It will allow us to overwrite that with the results that are gathered from the quiz. So if I open up that, select the quiz from here, again I can, it was Romans quiz, I can add information here to support that as well, and I can answer my question types here. So when did the Romans live? And I can add in some multiple choice here. So if I've got answers for those, but we'll do this in another video all about forms. This one is just about assignments. I'm going to allow my learners to just input an answer to that one, so I don't have to provide an answer for that. And again, I can add video to it, so I could go and have a look on YouTube for the Romans. I'd obviously want to double check that I've got the correct information before adding anything here. So day in the life of the Romans, BBC, I'm going to add that so I can have my learners watch that video and then answer the question. So again, if I've not already got the video on the assignment, I can add that to the form. Let's rename that. And when I close that, it should update my form here, and this will now be my Romans form. See my Romans quiz there. And I can assign that. So there goes my Romans quiz. When they take that, you can see it's now updated the title there. It took a wee moment for that to happen. So that is a quiz assignment. Another one we can do is, you want to ask a question. So whether I want a short answer or multiple choice, so I could give them yes, no, maybes, but I want this one to, I feel this lends itself quite well to maybe discussions in the classroom. So watch the video and so for this one, I've got a YouTube video of Professor Brian Cox explaining why ghosts aren't real. So I'm going to add that video. And what I want my learners to do is watch this video, and I want them to comment and see if they agree or not, and hopefully they can justify. So why do you think that way? Quite light-hearted there. Again, I'm going to turn off points for this. I want it to assign to all of my students in this particular class. No due date for this one, but you could always add those. But here's the difference: is students can either edit their answer, so they could go back and change that if they maybe rethink what they're saying. But what I want definitely is I want them to be able to reply to each other, and that means that once I ask that question, it will appear here on the stream. So when they select it, I want them to watch the video, write a comment, and it will allow them to go backwards and forwards, which are having a discussion, so they could hopefully use the question phrasing from the literacy to say, for example, I see what you're saying there, but I would add this, or however have you considered this, and I'd like them to think about the language they use to pose questions. So I've created that as a question there, and the last one I'd like to show here for this is just a material. So again, so I've got a video of Brian Cox speaking here about ghosts. I'm going to paste that URL in, and you can see here there's no points, there's no marking, there's no rubrics, there's no score, no due date. So this is just simply to upload material. What you can do though, again, is let's put this under a new topic of science, and what it does let you do is organise your materials under topics, and again it might be material that supports one learner or extends another, so you might want to just hand it out to specific learners in your class. So again, really good for being able to give materials to particular learners, whether, as I say, that's to support, extend their thinking, or it's perhaps for just certain groups in the class. So you can give them material that is additional to what you might already have given out. And the last wee part, just under classwork, is the option to reuse the post. And that just lets me grab something that I've already created. So my Romans quiz, I want to reuse that for another class. So I'm just going to go up to here, and I don't want to use it for George's class, but I'm going to hand out to my webinar demo class instead. And again, same thing, I can just now assign that to them. So it means rather than having to go back and remake that or go in and edit it and change bits and pieces, I can just reuse it for another class, which is really handy to have that built in. So those are the different types of assignments that you can create in classwork. There's loads of different ways you can use those tools, however. If you want to have the in-depth look at all the different options within assignments and the marking, the rubrics, the scoring, and the different options with scheduling, watch our video on creating assignments in Classroom on this playlist. That's got that in depth for you. Thanks very much for joining us. I hope that's useful. Let us know how you get on with using those different types of assignments in Google Classwork. Thanks very much for joining us.